you're in the mood for a little wager, then you could do worse than follow the wisdom of Ken Callender. Here he is with the right mail on today's turf action from Sydney and Melbourne.
Thanks a lot, Ken. Well, you've heard about people going for the doctor at the races. Well, that's exactly what I'm going to do in the legs of the double at Moonee Valley this afternoon. Because in the first leg, I like number 3, Dr. Zachary. And in the second leg, number 1, Ice Doctor. Dr. Zachary's got blinkers on for the first time today. You watch him go. Up here at Rosehill Gardens, it's a beautiful day in Sydney, but we've had rain during the week and the track is slow. In the first leg, race 6, I like number 12, Scotch Gambit, trained by Anthony Cummings, son of Bart. And in the second leg, number 3, Fair Diana. I'm pretty keen on Fair Diana. Good luck, good punting. Here's Maxie Walker.
Thank you very much, Ken. Ahead on the show, we meet Long Luke.
Okay, the Australian windsurfing, and what spectacular action that was. They're milling behind the barrier at Moonee Valley for the first leg of the daily double, a 1,000-metre scamper. I hope Dr. Zachary is first home. Let's look at the early betting. Remember, these are Victorian TAB dividends. Or approximate dividends. Number 1, Red Hope, was scratched this morning. Probably would have been favourite. Royal Rubiton is returning $8 for $1 investment, a return of 7 to 1. Dr. Zachary, about just a bit better than 3 to 1, $4.20. Come on, the doctor. Spondula at $9. Stately Bay at the same price. Pitcairn Edition is showing at $15. Backbone at $5. Bulge Action at $26. Rocky Sprint 41. Tahua Cairn is a scratching. Navajo Pearl at $31. Sin So Dancer $5.50. Williams at $51. Aerobic Prince the same. Basilian at $81. Inominka $41. And Noara Pura at 50 to 1 or $51. An Eager Boy was a scratching. Hard to get my tongue around a few of those. Okay, we can look it down at the Moonee Valley, the new Strathair track. Seems to have lived up to expectations so far. It was opened last October. I think it was early October. And here we are through to the 6 months, so about the, so that's 8 months it's been in operation, and it seems to have been given a very good reception. This race, 1,000 metres, the speed will be on all the way. We're on Dr. Zachary, a Danehill gelding, a 4-year-old. He's won 6 of his 23 starts, and so far he's returned $174,700 in prize money. So we'll just wait till they all go in, and then we'll go down to our caller, who will be John Russell this afternoon in Melbourne. So we pick up that vision, just waiting for the last 2 to go in, and everything will be okay. I see the starter coming around to the front of the stand. He'll mount his rostrum. You'll see the flashing light go on, and then they'll be ready for action. Here's John Russell.
Be the only one out. Still moving around behind the starting point. Backbone stands up well. And still Spondula, not quite set and attended. In with Rocky Sprint, extreme outside. Spondula now moving in. Dr. Zachary stands up well. Now they're ready. All set for a start. First leg of the double here in Victoria. Stand well. Line is good. A racing now. Good even break out of the stalls too, with the exception of one there that has missed the start in Aminka by a couple of lengths. The first to get going, Aerobic Prince towards the outside with Rocky Sprinter. They show out from Dr. Zachary on the outside of Spondula. In behind them, Royal Rubiton, Navajo Flash. Moving up along the inside, Pitcairn Edition, followed by Siniso Dancer, a length and a half to Backbone, followed by Stately Bay. Williams over on the inside of Nawa Perua, being followed by Basilana. And further back, Bulge Jackson is second last, and last is Inaminka. Heroic Prince the leader as they run down past the 600-metre mark by a half length in advance of Rocky Sprint. Close up behind them on the rails, Pitcairn Edition. Dr. Zachary is next, followed by Royal Rubiton. Spondula, Backbone is making ground. They're followed by Siniso Dancer, a good long gap to Stately Bay as they straighten up. We're over on the outside. Rocky Sprint has put his head in front. Here comes Real Rubiton down the outside. Pitcairn Edition, Dr. Zachary. Siniso Dancer finishing on pretty well, but it's Royal Rubiton on the outside, and Stately Bay is flashing home. Royal Rubiton took the lead close to home. Royal Rubiton wins it. All 4 of them over the line for second and third. Pitcairn Edition, Rocky Sprint, and also there is Siniso Dancer and Stately Bay, and they were followed next home at the head of the others by Bulge Jackson. Oh, there's a riderless one there. What's happened there? Something's lost its rider. Spondula's lost his rider passing the finishing post. Backbone has run well back in the field, followed next home by Nawa Perua with Basilan, Navajo Flash, and one of the tail enders is Inaminka.
Well, they were all over the track there, but the one you want to be interested in is the one in the pink cap out in the middle of the track, Royal Rubiton, perfectly ridden by Danny Britton, and he swamps them on the line, went past the early leader, Rocky Sprint, took the money, took the lead and landed the money. And if you've backed him on the tote, he's going to return around about an $8 dividend. That's what you call a handicapper's dream when so many horses finish so close together. That was the first leg of the Daily Double at Moonee Valley. Back now to Kenny Sutcliffe.
Handicapper's dream and a punter's nightmare. Some of our faithful viewers are leaving us right now to go to the Rugby League. We'll catch up with you.
Moonee Valley race number 5. Number 2, Royal Rubiton, paid $7 for a win, $2.60 for a place. Number 12, Siniso Dancer, $2.10, and Rocky Sprint, $4.10. Okay, the Munich Olympics of 1972 produced the youngest ever gold.
Race 6, Ken.
Yeah, thanks, Kenny. I'm always on the hunt. Let's hope that I spear a winner. Number 1, Harmonic C, is showing at $14 or into almost $13 now. Staying Alive is a scratching. Military Monarch at $26. Mountain High's favourite. Bit better with bookies, out to $3.60 on the tote. Oda High Lad into $6.50. $26 Kalahari Sands. The Confederate was scratched this morning. Mac Drop, he likes soft tracks. He's at $26. Ockleby at $7.50 on the way out. LA Bandit is in a point to $15. McCarney, about the same price as he is with bookies, about $5.50. Scotch Gambit, firmed about a point in the ring, and he's into $6 on the tote. I've tipped Scotch Gambit in a tricky race. Paul Falvey, incidentally, couldn't make the weight, and he's been replaced on the horse by Grant Cooksley, an excellent long-distance rider. Chimungian at $34, and Happy Stardom is the roughie of the field at 100 to 1. Okay, we're behind the barrier. There is McCarney, very well in commission as he takes his place. Kevin Moses, the rider. Kevin's already ridden the double here at Rosehill today, and he's going for a treble on McCarney. Okay, they're all in. They're off.
It's the button and they're off, and there's a nice start. Happy Stardom is bustled out of an inside gate to lead over Kalahari Sands. Harmonic C, Chimungi and LA Bandit is away well. So is Oda High Lad, and Military Monarch jumped nicely, but is out very wide in the early stages, followed by Scotch Gambit. Mountain High given time to find his feet, and then Mac Drop and Ockleby, and back last is McCarney as they go up past the 1600, about to swing to the back. Harmonic C takes a narrow lead over Happy Stardom. Chimungian coming over from a wide spot. LA Bandit's getting into a nice posse, although he is 3 deep at the moment and wants to pull just a little, followed by Oda High Lad. On the fence, Kalahari Sands, a length away Scotch Gambit, then Mac Drop and Ockleby, followed by Mountain High, and last is McCarney. Down the back straight to the 1300 mark, Chimungian reached the lead, to be taken on by Oda High Lad. Harmonic C is in 3rd spot. Military Monarch is out 4 deep. On the fence, Happy Stardom, followed by LA Bandit, and then Kalahari Sands. About 2 to Mac Drop on the outside of Scotch Gambit. Ockleby on the outside of Mountain High, and McCarney is last of all. 900 metres out, plenty of pace on, and Chimungian about ahead to Oda High Lad. Happy Stardom 3rd is travelling on the inside of LA Bandit. Out deep, Military Monarch, who's had a pretty tough run at the 800, followed by Kalahari Sands. Mac Drop midfield, then Scotch Gambit on the fence from Ockleby. McCarney's about to take off. He's 4 deep at the moment, and Mountain High is relegated to the tail of the field. 600 out as they near the turn. Oda High Lad headed Chimungi, and LA Bandit is going up to them quickly. Then Harmonic C, Happy Stardom making, you got to check there. Happy Stardom had to ease to miss the heels of a horse in front. Right off the track is Mac Drop, and McCarney is tracking him as they turn for home. Little LA Bandit reached the lead, straightening up. Mac Drop and McCarney coming right down the middle of the track. Coming to the 200, LA Bandit is being tackled by McCarney on the outside, and Ockleby is coming through in the centre. Wide out, McCarney reached the lead from Ockleby and LA Bandit. McCarney has drawn clear of Ockleby and LA Bandit, and Kevin Moses goes for the treble. He sends McCarney to the wire to win it well over Ockleby. LA Bandit maybe 3rd, a breath in front of Kalahari Sands. Mountain High made up many lengths, and then Mac Drop and Harmonic C. Scotch Gambit never in the race, followed by Happy Stardom. A long way back, Oda High Lad and Chimungian, and last is Military Monarch.
If you've backed the winner, it's paid $5.60 and $2.10. Number 11, McCarney, and here it comes in the blue colours with a white cap, right down the outside. Too strong for Ockleby. A treble for Kevin Moses. 11 McCartney, as I said, 5.60 and 2.10. 9 Ockleby, who's run second, will pay $2.60. Very close photo for third between the grey Kalahari Sands. If it's got third, it pays $7, or 10 LA Bandit, it will pay $3.30. We'll try and line them up. LA Bandit is the pink near the inside, and Kalahari Sands gets up inside in the grey. That's McCartney all over a winner. Second is Ockleby. Now let's try and line them up for third. Very close between LA Bandit, who is stopping, and Kalahari Sands, who's diving at him. Oh, by golly, when they get right to the line, I think we'll leave that to the judge for third. Perhaps the grey, if anything. If it is Kalahari Sands, remember, we'll pay $7 the place. OK, that was the story of the first leg of the double in Sydney. Those placings are now official. McCartney first, Ockleby second, Kalahari Sands third, as we take a break on the wide world of sports. Okay, we're back at Rosehill, where the horses are over behind the barrier now for the second leg of the Daily Double, race 7, and I've got time to show you their TAB approximate dividends. Number 1, Pop Stream, getting out a little now to $4.50. Number 2, Ice Gem, is a 20 to 1 chance, or $21 on the tote. I've picked Fair Diana, but boy, oh boy, I'm disappointed with the price. On-course bookies are a tiny bit more generous, $2.90 on the TAB. At the moment, might get out to $3, let's hope so. Duomar at $21, Scottish Amore at $31. Bombshell, TAB number 6, is returning just over $13, odds of a bit better than 12 to 1. Byzant Star, the Kiwi, now she's a bit of a tip on course, into about $5.20, now we'll make it $5. Big tip on course. Just Flirting, she's firmed a little, not badly placed here, into $16. Number 9, Avarice. You can't get this price with the bookies, but on the tote she's showing $13. She might firm just a little. Flash Fire at $61, out to $67. Patricius is showing at $21. And Clever Caper, now there's been money for her at big odds in the ring. Apparently her last start failure at Kembla was a better run than it looked, and even though she's into about $34, about the same price with bookies, bookies did bet much longer, and she's just about halved a quote, and she's a good rough tip on course. Charismatic and Gendorado are both scratched. OK, let's, oh, gee whiz, they're nearly all in. Just waiting for, that looks like Avarice to me. Kevin Moses behind, standing behind there. She has played up once or twice in the past, so I'd say that's who it is for sure. Moses standing there waiting to border. There is Bombshell, the other horse you can see there in the sort of lilac and pink going forward, and Iced Gem followed up along there by Patricius. Patricius in the red and white with the blue diamond. Patricius is a horse who loves soft tracks. Looks a tiny bit out of a depth here, but the soft track gives her a chance. And number 12 over there on the left, if you caught a glimpse of that, was Clever Caper. The horse I said had been backed at big odds. She goes forward, trained by Brian Smith at Warwick Farm. And of course, Brian, as you would have read in the press this week with the death of Balmerino, was the trainer of that former champion horse. OK, looks like Pop Stream behind the barrier there with the white, with the purple band and the orange cap. She joins the line. Looks like they're just about all in now. Patricius still out. Patricius is the horse I said with the white, with the blue diamond, the red and white striped sleeves. You'll see her come forward. Fruit and Vegetables Cup sounds a funny race, doesn't it? Well, all races today are sponsored by the fruit and vegetable people at the Sydney Flemington markets, and that's why they've come up with such names. OK, just as they try to push Patricius in there, she's giving a little bit of bother, but in she goes. That's Pop Stream now. She'll go in easily. Let's go over to my favourite caller, the best in the business, Johnny Tapp. Here he is.
Thank you, Ken. Yep, Pop Stream completes the line, and they're ready for race 7, Fruit and Vegetables Cup. Pop Stream goes up, starter onto his stand, and they're all set and ready for dispatch. 1,350 metres. Just Flirting is the inside runner, Kevin Moses on Avarice. Kevin has ridden 3 winners so far today. They're off. and Flash Fire got chopped out. She went straight back to the tail with Ice Gem. Fair Diana's about the first away, quickly into stride Patricius. Pop's Dream and Scottish Amour began quickly. Avarice and Byzan Star getting into a prominent posse. Bombshell is midfield when they get going, followed by Duamar. A gap then to Just Flirting, Flash Fire, Clever Caper and Ice Gem as last. Patricius got to a clear-cut lead on the first turn. 900 out, led by a length and a half to Scottish Amour on the outside of Avarice. A length to Pop's Dream on the outside of Byzan Star. Fair Diana midfield on the inside of Bombshell, followed by Clever Caper. Duamar's in that bunch. Well back Just Flirting with Flash Fire and Ice Gem is travelling 3 deep at the tail of the field. 600 out as they near the turn. Patricius a clear-cut leader over Scottish Amour. Avarice on the fence getting the run of the race, followed by Pop's Dream. Byzan Star in the red and yellow is now being pushed along. Fair Diana saving ground near the fence as they come around the turn. Straightening up and Patricius the leader. Scottish Amour going after it. Avarice has ducked back to the fence. Fair Diana got cut out and then Byzan Star and Just Flirting. Scottish Amour headed Patricius. Avarice got the rails run. His Byzan Star and Fair Diana's about to get a split in the centre. Avarice has burst clear 100 metres out as Kevin Moses shoots for 4 winners and he's got it by golly. Avarice goes right to the line and it's 4 for Moses. Fair Diana got second, third Byzan Star. Ice Gem is a big run from Just Flirting, Patricius, Bombshell, then Flash Fire, Scottish Amour, followed by Duamar and the last couple of Pop's Dream and Clever Caper.
Gee whiz, she's paid well with bookies, this filly. She's paid upwards of $13 on the tote and $3.80 the place. Kevin Moses dived through. I thought he might have almost cut the favourite off there, but he beat her fairly and squarely. Fair Diana gets into second place now, comes after the other filly, but she's not quite good enough, and she'll pay $1.40 for second. And third, TAB number 7, which was Byzan Star, will pay $2.10. That was the second leg of the daily double at Rosehill Gardens. Second leg at Moonee Valley to come shortly as we take a break on the wide world of sports.
Okay, let's have a look at the divvies from the last in Sydney. Number 9, Avarice, paid $11.80 and $3.40 a place. 3 Fair Diana, $1.60, and 7 Byzan Star, paid $1.90. Okay, they'll jump in just a few minutes at Moonee Valley. Ken Callender has the latest totes on race 7. Kenny.
Yeah, thanks very much, Max. There's a protest on the previous race in Sydney. I just haven't picked up whether it's a minor one or... I'll find out in a moment for you and let you know down the line. But okay, let's go through these prices for the second leg in Melbourne. Number 1, Ice Doctor, my selection, $3.20. Rampaging, $3.80. Barrackey, $11. Phantom Eagle at $13. Mighty Samir at $15. Mr. Zig at $11. Abrigetta is a scratching. Farmer Grey at $34. Rare Nothing, $26. Past Master, $31. On Kylie's Run, $51. Take the Fortune. Remember, these are Victorian TAB approximate, $17. $16 for High Price. 17 again for Fancier Fight. Not with the bookies, they're too strong. And Sizzling Sam at $51. Brooklyn Jim and Prime Cut were not required. Okay, we're live vision here now from Moonee Valley. They're behind the barrier and we're just trying to see what happens when they're starting to go into line, and I'll pick up news on that protest for you from Sydney in just a moment. Okay, about 3 or 4 still behind the line there. They'll be coming forward in a moment for this distance event. The second leg of the daily double at the Valley, race 7, and it's contested over the Cox Plate course, or approximately, depending where the rail is. Cox Plate, of course, is a 2,000 metre weight for age race, Australia's championship weight for age contest at the Valley. It starts from this barrier at the end of the straight, and so does today's Country Trainers Plate, which is over 2,040 metres. The odd distances are recorded because of rail movement and rail placings. Still waiting for a few to go in. Ice Doctor is trained at Stawell by T. O'Sullivan, and Basil Elkington at Mount Moriac trains Rampaging, the 2 favourites. Okay, they're just about all in. I reckon we'll cross down to the Valley to our caller, the gentleman of the turf, John Russell.
And there's only 1 out by the look of it. Or 2 out, in fact. Mighty Samir and Farmer Grey, who goes up to the extreme outside. Mighty Samir's won his last two at Flemington, then won the Casterton Cup. And they're ready to go. There's the light. Off they run. Fancy a Fight Dwelt had lost about a length or so. Rare Nothing began well. Sizzling Sam out quickly. And towards the outside, Mr. Zigger's going very fast with Farmer Grey and Kylie's Run prominent. Passmaster looking for the early lead as they come down the straight towards the judge. Now, Mr. Zig takes up the running from On Kylie's Run. Passmaster, Sizzling Sam booting up along the inside. Deeper on the track is the Grey Farmer Grey as they race out of the straight. A length and a half further back to Phantom Eagle. Over on the inside, Rare Nothing very wide. 4 deep going down the side now. Barracky with Rampaging. Fancy a Fighter's in behind them. A length further back is Ice Doctor being followed after a couple then by High Price. Further back, Mighty Samir dropped out second last, and last of all, Take the Fortune. Down the back they race at the 1400 metre mark. Mr. Zig carrying them along by a length and a half. Farmer Grey close up behind them on the inside. Sizzling Sam On Kylie's Run as fourth, then Passmaster. Back along the inside, Rare Nothing there, followed by Phantom Eagle. A length away then over on the outside to Rampaging, being followed closely by Fancy a Fight, who's over on the inside of Barracky. A length and a half, Ice Doctor, followed by High Price. 3 lengths further back to Mighty Samir, and Take the Fortune as last of all. Inside the final 1,000, Mr. Zigger, about a half length to Farmer Grey. 2 lengths further back in third place then. Over on the inside, Sizzling Sam, moving up past Master, just behind them then Phantom Eagle. They're followed by Rare Nothing. On Kylie's Run is next, and Barracky up on the outside. Rampaging being urged forward. Ice Doctor taken to the outside, and they were followed then by High Price. A length and a half, Mighty Samir. And further back, Take the Fortune as they come down the side. And last of all is Fancy a Fight. Now, Farmer Grey takes the lead at the 600. Led about a half length in advance of Passmaster, followed by Barracky running on it. Ice Doctor right around the outside, coming with a big run. Phantom Eagle just in behind them. Rampaging further back, followed by High Price as they make the home turn. Farmer Grey over on the inside, being tackled by Passmaster. They've got away by a length and a half to Barracky, then Rampaging. Next the inside, Phantom Eagle. Ice Doctor lost ground as they straighten up with 200 metres left to go. Passmaster's taken the leader. From in second place, Farmer Grey, and Rampaging storming home down the outsides. Got them beaten, I'd say. Rampaging hit the front, 100 to go. Passmaster fights back on the inside. Rampaging just in front is too good. Rampaging half a length to Passmaster. Mighty Samir's got up to run third, followed by Rare Nothing, Farmer Grey. Further back in the field then Phantom Eagle, Take the Fortune. Next to finish then Barracky, Ice Doctor. A gap to Sizzling Sam, and further away then at the head of the rest of them, High Price, followed by On Kylie's Run and Mr. Zig's Run last.
Beautifully ridden by Stephen King. Saved ground on the turn. Rampaging the second favourite. Got to the leader, Passmaster. Too strong the last little bit. Home goes Rampaging first. Passmaster second. Then storming down the centre of the track is the Grey Mighty Samir to finish third. Incidentally, that protest in Sydney was 5th against third. 5th just flirting against third Byzant Star. I doubt if anything does happen. If it does, of course, if the protest is upheld, the 4th horse, Ice Gem, gets lucky and moves into third spot. But over the line, it was 9 Avarice in Sydney from the favourite Fair Diana and Byzant Star. OK, a break coming up and then more on the wide world of sports.
$8.30 tonight. At $1.70. Passmaster paid $9.70, and number 5, Mighty Samir, $2.50, the Victorian dividends there. Now, as we announced earlier in the show, the Nine Network will be telling